Hi there. Can you hear me? Testing, 1, 2, 3.
I can hear you.
You can hear me? Okay. Ah, so you're still in your old place, right?
Yeah,
Getting close?
I don't know.
Well, it has to be. Aren't you supposed to be out of there soon?
End of June.
Oh, okay. You still have 6 weeks, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're doing well. Okay. We have a couple more people who said they're coming. So Aileen is coming. Gail is not because she just got back from California. Maybe it's just Aileen we're waiting for. Yeah. Hi, Julie. Hi, Jane.
Morning.
Good morning. Good morning. So, Julie, I don't know if if Vicky is back yet, but she should be back soon.
Oh, good. Okay,
Yeah.
good. Then I'll get with her to finalize my stuff because I still have been working on that kind of stuff. But yes, you're all situated though, right?
Yeah, we're all situated. Yep, we're all ready.
Perfect.
And Jane has joined us, and Jane's going on the retreat too.
Awesome. Okay, great.
Yeah, very cool. Yeah, so I just want to give Aileen a minute. She's running late. I better call her. Because according to my clock, it is time to start. Let me just call her quickly, make sure. So I don't get started and then. Okay. Yeah, oh yeah, it's 8:16. Okay. Let me just quickly call her. Because I know she's in Washington. She might just need me to help her get here. Are you coming? Oh. Hey, Aileen, it's Andrea. Just calling to see if you're coming to class. I'm going to get started. I hope to see you. Good morning. I couldn't unmute. That's okay, Jane. Okay. All right. Well, Aileen? Okay. All right. I should get started. So let me spotlight me. I sent you guys a little journal thing. You don't have to do it during class, but it's about the chakra we're working on this week. So if you have time to check out, it's just kind of a few journal prompts that relate to this chakra. All right, let me just see if lighting looks good. Everything looks good. Okay. All right, we're ready to get going. Oh. We're going to start standing, so we'll probably do standing on hands. We'll be standing on knees, on hands and knees, seated, laying down. So we're not going to go back and forth, but we'll keep going down further until we're on the ground. Let me just give you an idea of what you should have too. So if you have an extra blanket, you might want an extra blanket. If you have blocks, have them there. A bolster if you have one. And I think that's it. Now, again, if you want to, you could jot down notes during class. So if you're the type of person who likes to journal, oh, here she is. I gave her enough time. Okay, I'll start all over. Good. Okay, and if anybody has to leave exactly a quarter after, go ahead, but I will go an extra 4 or 5 minutes to make up for the late start. All right. So welcome to another part of our chakra balancing series. Today we are up to the Manipura chakra, which is right around your navel. And the word on my shirt is strive. Some people say this chakra is the seat of your ego, the seat of your strength. Physically, if this chakra is in balance, you have good digestion of both your food and the world, and you have enough courage to accomplish what you want, but you don't overdo. So you have that nice balance of moving forward, but still taking care of yourself. It's also a lot about knowing yourself, liking yourself, self-love, and self-care and self-nourishment. There are 10 petals. In fact, I have a lovely picture of the symbol. So the symbol is a yellow lotus flower, and there's also a triangle in there, a downward facing triangle. And it's each of these petals has a different quality. And we will explore the qualities of those petals. And we will also explore some of the seed sounds as well as a lot of movement. This chakra has an awful lot of movement involved. And so be very careful to honor your own body's needs today and not overdo anything, as I will do for myself. There are a lot of other things I'll tell you about the chakra as we go along. And if you subscribe to my newsletter, I put some of the affirmations that you might consider for this chakra in the newsletter. And I have a whole lot more today, some other affirmations. So we're going to get going. It's lovely that we're doing this practice today because this is also, I think, just about a full moon. So the moon salute, particularly the side to side, is very much associated with this chakra as well. So let's go ahead and start with hands on your belly. And if you don't mind, closing your eyes. And I want you, if you don't mind, to just circle that part of your body. Make it small, make it big. And the seed sound for this chakra is Ram. And in fact, in that picture I showed you, there's actually a ram, and rams represent strength. So you would be chanting Ram, 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 Ram. Circle the other way. Ram, 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 Ram. And maybe just try it again, going the opposite direction. Ram, 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 and change directions one more time. Ram, 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 Ram. Now come to stillness, if you don't mind, and just check in with this part. And I will ask you some of these journal questions while your eyes are closed and you're checking in. And again, you don't have to write now, but these are the questions I also sent you. How powerful do you feel? Just spend a breath or two pondering this. What does success mean to you? How often do you hold back from what you really want? And how does that make you feel? So these are just 3 of the questions to ponder now. We'll go through some of the other ones later on. So let's continue some movement. And I want to make sure you're able to see me properly. See, no, I think I'm at the extent of, but I'm gonna have to tilt this camera a little bit so you can see my arms. Okay. All right. So draw your arms up to the sky and then bring them in front of you and go, hurrah. Draw the arms up to the sky, bend the knees, bring the arms in front of you and go, hurrah. Draw the arms up to the sky, bring the arms in front of you, hurrah. One more time. Draw the arms up to the sky, bring the arms in front of you, hurrah. So you can see that's a very strong sound and a very strong move to activate this chakra. And then we're going to do that same thing from a warrior one. So we're going to go, hurrah. Bring the foot back. And then the other one, hurrah. Bring the foot back. Hurrah. And foot back. Hurrah. And foot back. Hurrah. Last time. Hurrah. And then if you don't mind just checking in with yourself again, you could place your hands either on your belly. One hand could be on the heart and one on the belly. And just feel if you are feeling like what we're doing is we're shining up this part of our body. This is known as the Manipura chakra. Manipura stands for City of Jewels. This is where our City of Jewels are. But unfortunately, life has a way of either tarnishing those jewels or covering them over with dirt. So what we're trying to do is shine them back up, bring them back out, let them be illuminated again. All right, so let's move into the moon salutation to help honor this chakra. And so as you're doing this, I still want you to focus particularly on this part of your body, as well as those questions I asked you. Do you like yourself? Do you feel powerful? What does success mean to you? Do you hold back from what you want to achieve in life? And then also maybe, what are your greatest strengths? Focus a little bit on that. This is the seat of your power, the seat of your ego. And on the opposite side, sometimes our ego becomes all encompassing and takes over. So we'll approach that later. So widen your stand a little bit. Draw your arms up to the sky on an inhale. If you have shoulder issues, you can keep your hands on your head or behind your neck. If you don't, you might turn your hands inside out and lift them up. Whichever one you're doing, go ahead and lean toward one side, lean toward the other side. Side bends. And then widen your feet even more and drop down, and let's lift and lower a few times in the full moon pose or goddess pose. Lengthen your arms out, turn the set of toes that are that way, which I think should be your left, maybe, your left toes, and go in and out of a warrior two. And then place either a hand or a forearm on the front thigh. Let's go in and out of a side angle to exalting the warrior. Side angle, and don't go too extreme in this. Stay within your range of motion. That's where the somatics comes in. That even when we're doing traditional yoga poses, we stay within our range of motion and don't overdo it. Go ahead and lengthen this front leg and slide your hand down. You can keep your other hand on your waist temporarily. Decide if you want to look down or look neutral. Some of you might be looking up. And then maybe place a hand on the shoulder next. And then decide if you want to stretch that arm out or not. You decide what's appropriate today in this triangle pose. All right, so now shift your attention and your weight to face the narrow end of your mat and go into a warrior one. Straighten the front knee, make sure your hips are facing equally toward your narrow end of the mat. Place hands either on waist or low back and move in and out of a pyramid pose. Go gently at this, do not overdo. And then if you want to, you can go further down. If you have blocks nearby, the blocks can be very helpful here. So now I'm in my full version of pyramid pose, softening my head, neck, and shoulders, feeling the lengthening down my side body and my back body. The other thing you might want to do is if there's a blanket nearby, have that blanket so that when you come down, your knee, the back knee, can be on the blanket. And now we're going to move in and out of a crescent moon lunge. Now, in the somatic yoga style of doing this, when we slide forward with the knee more bent, go ahead and lift your front toes up. When we slide back, have those toes touch the ground. So forward, toes lift up. This is nerve flossing. Back, toes are on the ground. Forward, lift up the front toes. Back, place them on the ground. Now, if you want to, you can lift your arms up and breathe here. So I'm going to drag my blocks with me as I change sides. So I'm going to face you now in somewhat of a runner's lunge. Drag the blocks through the middle. Drag the blocks to the other side. Go all the way around and gently make my way down to the knee on the other side. So what we did is we just reversed what we were doing on the other side. Toes up when you move forward. Toes touch the ground in the front when you draw back. Toes up, forward. Toes down, back. And then maybe lifting up for a moment into a crescent moon lunge. Place the hands on your blocks to help you stand up and move in and out of a pyramid pose. Don't try to stay in a full pyramid pose yet. You might want to put your hands on your low back or maybe on the waist, gently rocking in and out of this pose. If you feel like it, you could put your hands temporarily on the block to do the full version of pyramid. But now we're going to shift, particularly the back foot to face me. And the front foot is still facing the narrow end of your mat. Move in and out of a triangle pose gently. Maybe try the hand on the shoulder if that feels appropriate. Maybe stretch the arm up, but that only is if your shoulder is not giving you trouble, because that can be tricky for the shoulder. Also, watch your neck. If your neck is bothering you, look down at that front foot. That protects the neck more. All right, let's go into a warrior two, in and out of the warrior two, in the somatic style. Sensing the engagement of muscles, feel your strength here, particularly through the middle of the body. Release it. Feel the strength again. Release it. Now, leaning forward, for side angle, leaning back for exalting the warrior. Gently leaning forward for side angle and back for exalting the warrior. Last time. Nice. Now turn to face me again and go back into your full moon pose. Feel the engagement of your core. There's a lot of core work involved in working this third chakra, because you do need the strength physically and you need the strength psychologically and emotionally. So all this is a lot about the right amount of strength to allow you to pursue your dreams and to not become a wallflower as you age. Bring your feet back together, arms back up. You can either hook them behind your head or over your head and lean side to side, finishing up the moon salutation. All right. And for a moment, draw both hands on your belly, if you don't mind closing your eyes again. And check in. Do you feel strong here? So other questions you might be pondering are, how much do you like yourself? How much is your opinion of yourself based on other people's views of you? And then on the other hand, if you have been beaten down or battered by life, sometimes we withdraw completely and become isolated and become inflexible and unwilling to relate to others, because we end up not trusting. So we are always finding that balance. Okay, so today's balance is a challenge. I used to do this all the time. I haven't done it in a while. This is half moon pose. It's very much about core strength. My suggestion is, if you're not regularly doing tough yoga, is to use a chair to do this pose initially, and then decide if you want to reach for a block on the ground. The other cool thing you can do to help you in this pose is be next to a wall. So I'm clearing all this space out to show you how to do this pose, half moon pose. Now, again, at this point, I am not ready to go all the way down. So I'm going to have my chair close to the wall. And I'm going to start by leaning against the wall, tilting over, placing a hand on a chair, placing the other leg up, but my back's against the wall, and then the arm is up. So this is my version today of half moon pose. If I start doing this more often, I could reach for a block or reach all the way to the floor. But this is enough of a challenge for me today. And it does really feel good. It's a great opening for your back body. It's also very strengthening for your core. And if you have scoliosis, my suggestion is work your weak side. Do the other side maybe a touch, but mostly work your weak side. Okay, so once again, my back is against the wall. I'm trying to keep both shoulders on the wall. My leg is up. I'm trying to have the toes flexed, pointed toward the middle of the room. The back of the arm is against the wall. Feeling this lovely opening. Smiling and breathing. And just noticing how this feels. Be very careful and don't overdo this. All right. Whew. Well, that was invigorating, right? I used to do that all the time in class. It was really one of my favorite poses, but it's been a while. So reset up your mat with all the props that you usually use. And we're going to come down onto our knees just to do gate latch pose, which is a great pose for this chakra. And so cushion your knees as much as you need to. Draw a leg off to the side. If you can, without cramping your leg, turn your toes forward. If that cramps your leg too much, then you can turn your toes out more. And reach first toward the leg. Nice. And then you're going to reach away. And this is where you might want to lean on a block. So create a block to support you. And you don't have to do your arm overhead. That's a traditional way to do that. But if you have shoulder issues, you could keep your arm on your waist or your shoulder, or even supporting your neck. And or you could draw it over. This is a lovely way to open. You can really feel it through the middle of your body. So in between both sides, maybe do just some version of cat-cow that feels right. I like doing this one. I'll show you from the side. I like doing coming onto my forearms, lengthening forward, rounding back. Doing this more like a little flow. And then let's set up for the other side. So find your way into gate latch pose, the other direction. Start with your leg off to the side. Make whatever adjustments you need. I want to make sure my foot stays on the mat. Lean toward the outstretched leg first and come back. Do that a couple of times. And then lean away from the outstretched leg, either supporting neck, hand can be on waist, or you can draw your arm overhead. Just feel that whole side body opening. Feel the engagement of your core. Make sure you are protecting your back by drawing the muscles in around the navel. Okay. Once again, let's do some version of cat-cow. This time, do more of a rotational cat-cow, where when you're going one direction, that you feel the side body as well as the front and back get involved. We could do rum, 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 and then go the other way. Rum, 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 rum. All right, make your way to seated. It's time for us to explore some of the petals of this chakra. And I want to grab my tea. If you have something to drink, you should grab it as well. You need something, because we actually did do quite a bit of movement so far today. Okay. So as I mentioned, there are 10 petals of this chakra, and the color associated is yellow. So I'm going to go over them and give you the sound. And if anybody wants me to mail this out again, I don't mind sending it out afterwards. So these are qualities of this chakra that, if are not feeling strong, could be the areas that you might need to focus on. So I have difficulty seeing my life purpose clearly. So if that is the issue, I have difficulty seeing my life purpose clearly, your sound would be DAM, D-A-M. So DAM, DAM, DAM. And this might be an area where if you have your little notebook nearby, you might want to jot down, oh boy, this is the one that I want to work on. Then this next one is intrinsic self-esteem. I depend on others for my sense of self-worth and value in the world. And I would say a lot of us probably have this one that, you know, we're seeking approval a lot. And then that can be difficult, especially when you don't get approval from people. So that's intrinsic self-worth. And that would be DHAM, D-H-A-M, DHAM. DHAM would be your sound. The next one is integrity. My perceived needs sometimes take priority over high standards of integrity. So that's if you feel like, and you know, I think a lot of us who do yoga probably don't have this issue, but you know, I think we value our integrity. But if that's something that's concerning you, back to DAM. That's another DAM. Next one, enthusiasm. So this is where like the dirt has covered your city of jewels and you just don't feel enthusiastic about life. So I lack full enthusiasm for my work and activities. So if that's the one that's affecting you, you would say NAM, NAM, NAM. So you'd repeat NAM, NAM, NAM to work on that pedal. Conscious action. Now, this is an interesting one because I think a lot of us deal with this. I act based on conditioning rather than considering all the consequences completely. And this is often reactions to things, like when we're triggered by people. We have years and years of acting a certain way. And so that is, you know, trying to develop more conscious action, being aware of when you're going into a conditioned response. And that is also NAM. So the NAM works for that one. Tolerance. I have difficulty in accepting other people's ways of doing. So this is where, this is more the people who are really rigid in their beliefs. So if you want to develop more tolerance toward other people's views and less judgment, you would say TAM, T-A-M, Tom, Tom, Tom. Selfless service is number 7. I have difficulty in serving others selflessly. That's PAM, P-A-M. Harmony. I experience conflict with people around me. That's PHAM, P-H-A-M. That's number 8. Number 9. This is probably one a lot of us need. Conservation of energy. I am doing too much. Yeah. And this one you'd go FAM if you want to conserve your energy more because you're burning yourself at both ends of the candle. FAM, FAM, FAM. Conserve your energy. And last but not least is if you're critical and judgmental of people, you want to develop more non-judgmental, and that's DOM. So those are a lot of pedals. I will send them out. Now we'll go into our mudra practice to support this. And again, I will send them out. If any of them really rang true for you, send me a note. I'll just repeat quickly once again. Clear purpose is DOM. If you need more clear purpose. More self-esteem is DHAM. Integrity is DAM. Enthusiasm for life, NAM. Conscious action, NAM. More tolerance, TAM. More selfless service, PAM. More harmony, FAM. conservation of your own energy, THAM, THAM, and non-judgment, DAHAM. So hopefully one of them has rung true for you, and that's the one you're catching on to. Okay, let's go ahead and do our mudra. And I have to get to the mudra. There was a lot to do to prepare for today's class. It was a big class. The Manipura chakra is what we're focusing on. So I have to get to that one. This is a wonderful book because it does everything in order. So this one would be the 1, 2, 3, the Vajra chakra, 144. Okay. Okay. So this is the gesture of the diamond for balancing your third chakra. So this will work on all of those petals at the same time. Touch the tips of your thumbs to the tip of your index finger of each hand. Bring them together. So you're like making glasses. And then join the pads of the middle fingers toward each other. And then tuck the other fingers in. Let me go closer so you can see this a little better. Okay, so I've made a pair of glasses, right? And then my third fingers are touching each other and the other two are tucked in. And then just put this right near your navel. So this is, we're making a diamond, which is a jewel, right? We're trying to bring that feeling of being a radiant jewel back to our chakra. And if you don't mind doing so, soft gaze or close your eyes. So Vajra means diamond. This gesture directs your breath, your awareness, and energy into your third chakra, which awakens the inner diamond of energy and vitality. Your mudra enhances empowerment, determination, and clarity. This supports the unfolding of all your unique talents and possibilities. The gesture also enhances the movement of the diaphragm, which creates a massaging effect, supporting the health of your digestive system and increasing circulation to the areas of the mid-back, your kidneys, and adrenal glands. So just for a moment, go ahead and breathe while holding this mudra and visualize this beautiful, radiant yellow 10-petaled lotus flower, the middle of your body. As you hold the Vajra mudra, take several natural breaths. Tune into all the feelings and the sensations awakened by the gesture. Notice how your breath is directed into your solar plexus. This is the seat of your Manipura chakra. This is the center of your personal power. Visualize a radiant jewel at the center of your being. Each facet represents one of the Manipura chakra's essential qualities. Begin by awakening the facet of inherent self-esteem. Experience it as a light that shines radiantly from the center of your own being. This allows you to release the need to seek approval externally. As your inherent self-esteem shines brightly and your life's mission is clarified, take several breaths to envision all of your unique talents and possibilities. See them unfold naturally. With greater self-esteem and a clear vision of your own journey, you receive the abundant energy, enthusiasm, and vitality that allows you to manifest your life purpose completely. feel the facet of abundant energy shining brightly. And this awakens a quality of determination, which allows you to meet challenges more confidently through understanding that they actually serve to clarify your life's true purpose and meaning. With self-esteem, energy, and confidence in your journey, you naturally cultivate the ability to act consciously, allowing you to perceive the effects of your actions on your surroundings in order to avoid harming others and conserving your precious life energy. Living consciously and with abundant energy, you experience inner and outer harmony. This allows you to manifest your own possibilities while cooperating with others in a spirit of unity for the benefit of all. Sense all the facets of your inner diamond shining forth brilliantly, integrating all of your third chakra's essential qualities. This is what allows you to journey forward with radiant vitality. Confident and filled with energy, repeat the following 3 times, aloud or silently. My inner jewel shines brilliantly, empowering me to manifest my life purpose and meaning. My inner jewel shines brilliantly, empowering me to manifest my life purpose and meaning. My inner jewel shines brilliantly, empowering me to manifest my life purpose and meaning. Slowly release the gesture, move your fingers around, take several natural breaths to sense the shining up of your city of jewels. And when you're ready, blinking open your eyes, returning slowly and gently, empowered by the jewel of your inner being. So we will do just a few things on our belly. That's a great way to massage this area of your body. And it also does strengthen your back. So you might want to spread now your blanket over your mat to create more cushioning. Okay. So we will lift up and lower down a few times in a gentle somatic yoga style, getting into this gentle back bend. So you can have your hands by your side, chest tight. If you can, tuck your shoulders back and literally just lift and then lower down, placing a cheek on the ground. And you can go as high as you want or as low as you want, lifting and gently lowering. Lifting and lowering. And lifting and lowering. Now make a pillow with your arms, lay your head on it, tuck the toes under, and engage the backs of the legs so that you'll feel the engagement all up and down your back body. So my knees are coming off the ground as my toes tuck. I should feel more engagement of my back body. And you can lift your upper body up at the same time. And then soften the knees, release the toes, and lay back down. And let's repeat this a few times. Tuck toes in, engage legs, lift up, feel the massaging effect on your front body and the strengthening of your back body. Release knees to the ground, release feet, release head, and turn head the other way. Do this a few more times. Feel the engagement and the release completely. Tuck toes, lift off knees, engage back of legs, lift up and lower down, releasing everything. Last 2 times. Lift, feel everything strengthening in the back and the massage on the front. And soften. And last time, tuck toes, engage knees, lift legs, lift upper body, and release down. Now bend knees, allow the legs to gently go side to side. Now I don't do a full bow pose anymore. Bow is considered one of the good practices for this chakra. I do half bow. And I'm only going to demonstrate half bow, but you would do both legs at the same time if you were doing full bow. And really in half bow, all I'm doing is reaching for the inside of my foot, trying to engage the thigh. You should feel the thigh, and you'll feel a lengthening all up the front body. And then I'm going to release that. And you could use a strap for this as well, or if this is not appropriate, don't do it at all. Or you could even do this standing up. And so I'm going to do the other side. This is a pretty intense back bend. Breathe, make sure you are not crunching too badly. But believe it or not, for many of us, it's the forward folding that's actually worse for our backs than doing this. We just don't do this enough. So we're always folding forward. And so we have some imbalances. Now, if you actually have discs that are compressed on the outside, you don't want to do this. But most of the compressed discs are the inside of the disc from folding forward. So you might want to try this again. And last time, the other way. And let's go ahead and gently make our way onto our backs and check in. Okay, place your hands back on your belly. If you remember the seed sound that you wanted to use today, you could do that. I think I like thumb for me. That was conservation of energy, I think. But if you want, I'll repeat them one more time. And if none of those are relevant, you could just do the basic sound, which is Ram. Okay, once again, clear life purpose, Dom. So you could be saying Dom as you're rubbing your belly. And if you're going to rub your belly, rub from the lower right to circling up and then going to the lower left. So that's the way our digestive system works anyway. So you want to go down on the left-hand side. If you need more self-esteem, it would be Daham. Daham. If you need more enthusiasm, Nam. Nam. If you feel judgmental and need more tolerance, Tom. If you're having difficulty in relationships, Pham. If you need more selfless service, Palm. And conservation of energy, that's the one I'm doing, Tham, Tham. and then non-judgment, Dom. And then the total seat sound is Rom. So whichever one you're choosing, you just say that over and over again as you're gently rubbing your stomach and maybe rocking side to side. And then as you're ready, go ahead and allow your arms to go completely out into a T. Make sure you have room. And we'll go into some twisting action. So lift your legs up, bend your knees, and allow your legs to gently rock side to side, eventually making your way into a twist. Now, if this is too hard on your spine to enter the twist this way, there's another way to enter the twist, and that is to actually start on your side in a twisting action and open up your top body. So that is often considered safer for people who have low spinal issues. And you can even support behind your back with a cushion or something. So you're either entering the twist by rocking side to side and getting into it, or starting on your side and getting into the twist. And breathing here. You don't have to stay still. The rocking action can be very soothing. And when you've had enough, come back to the center and let's windshield wiper our legs. You can do this wide for a little bit. And then if you want to narrow the legs to feel the action in different parts. And I have the arms over my head with the backs of my arms on a cushion. You can keep the arms in the T position if you prefer that, or even keep them on your belly. And lastly, you might decide whether your head is looking the opposite way. So you can figure out what's appropriate today. And then let's go ahead and draw our knees up into our chest, placing your hands on the front of your thighs. Press the legs away, draw the legs in. So you're feeling a little bit of a pumping action here in your solar plexus. And then maybe placing both hands under the kneecaps, lifting one leg up at a time. Almost like you're gently pedaling. And then lifting both legs up, pointing at the top, drawing the legs down as you flex, lifting them up, pointing, drawing them down as you flex, and point and flex. And then we'll end the movement part of this practice with some bridge poses, moving bridge poses. So start with your arms by your side, palms are facing down, and you might keep some sort of cushion behind your head so that when you lift up, your arms don't have to go all the way to the ground. And then when you lower down, coordinate the arms going down at the same time. So inhaling and up, exhaling and down. Inhaling and up. Exhaling and down. Exhaling and down. And then decide what else you might need before we get into our Shavasana. I didn't do any, individual leg stretches. So if you need that, go ahead and do that. Or if you need some sort of inversion, take a minute or two just to explore what your body is still needing before you decide how to do your rest today. So rather than doing a traditional reading, I thought I would do a little bit more on maybe some of the affirmations that might work for you, as well as tips for supporting your solar plexus chakra. So just let me get some things out. Okay. So settle in, and you might want to place your hands on your lower belly during this Shavasana. I'll start with a short story about the symbol of this chakra. This is the story of the triangle that held the spinning fire. The fire danced with 10 beautiful petals. And as the petals danced with the fire, they began to change. They burned into ash and began to float upward out of the triangle. Once they floated out of the triangle, they became fingers, doing their work on earth. They are your fingers. And look, you are riding on the back of a large ram with huge horns. He won't let anything happen to you. With him, you can change anything in the world and in your life, and make things move out of your way so you can pass through. As you ride the ram, you can sing his song, which is Ram, 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 Ram. So there are some affirmations I'm going to read to you as you're laying here in the last few minutes. And if there's one that really resonates with you, that's the one that you might want to jot down at the end of this class and repeat over and over again and stick on sticky notes all over your house. So here are the affirmations for your Manipura chakra. I am proud to be me. So if you feel a need for more confidence or something is making you not feel proud of yourself, that would be your chakra. Straightforward and simple. I can do it. It's like a Nike commercial. I can do it. I say no when I don't want to do something. I say no when I don't want to do it. It is important to protect my boundaries. I am bright like the sun. I have purpose by simply existing. I take action toward my dreams. I have the power to transform my own life. I am powerful. I am strong. I am committed to my life. I honor myself at all times. My power aligns with divine power to manifest my highest good. So again, if any one of those affirmations are resonating with you, make that your affirmation to practice this week as we explore this chakra. So just quietly breathe and rest. We did a lot of work today. Supporting the solar plex chakra is a lot of work, a lot of physical and emotional and mental work. So now it's time to rest. So this signals the end of our time together. And take your time making your way to seated. Gather any parts of this practice that were particularly helpful in supporting your Manipura chakra. And it's so nice to be able to spend this time with you in this special way. So let's all honor each other in these practices by saying namaste. So how did it go for everyone? Did I lose you? Guys, you can unmute and get on camera.
That was nice, Andrea. I like that.
Yeah? Oh, good.
Yeah. Yeah, it was very nice.
I was actually thinking of doing that on the retreat. I think I like this. I was going to do one of the chakra practices on the retreat. So
Yeah.
So at the end of all these chakra practices, anybody, Jane, you've been to a couple of them already, and Julie, if you come to them, let me know which one of the chakra practices you like the best, so that I could do that on the retreat.
Okay, cool.
Okay,
Have
All
a
right.
great day.
you too.
Thank you, Andrea.
Okay, Aileen. Jane, are
See
you
you
there?
later. Bye-bye.
It was wonderful. Oh, good. So glad, Jane. So you're okay. Call me anytime you want to talk, okay? Otherwise, I'll see you guys hopefully on Thursday. Bye.